Okay. Um, First of all, I gotta start off with thanking God. I know it's hard to thank God when I deal with these things that's happening to me, but the truth is, I have to be thankful because I could be like this trash that do what they do, feeling empowered but being the low life that they have to be. Just 2 seconds ago, there's somebody who just made this noise campaign. It's like 5 in the morning. That's their life. Their life is to condition people into this nastiness. And that's, it's funny when they do this noise campaign. Now I'm just like, it's just numb to me. It's like, you're just a trash. Go back to your apartment. And it's over. I'm never gonna let you escape into a different fantasy of what you want this to be. I truly see for what you're involved in. I know who's really running this program. Just the trash these government entities are contracting. I've called you a pedophile in your face. I see you for what you really are. I know you're cowards. I know you're low lives, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I have to be thankful that me having the ability to do whatever I want to do in life, who decide to live my life as a low life, just because the empowerment I get out of it is godly. But it means that I have to be a trash, a human trash, a real human waste as I'm wasting people. Like if that was like, I don't even want to trade places with people. They are healthy human. Well, at least I think they're somewhat healthy. They are able to function. Why would I want to be? Like I don't. I'm dying. I'm feeling my organs failing on me. I don't want to trade places with these bottom feeders. I can feel the weak and the foulness about them. Just weakness. Just weak. Just living a character 24/7 for the purpose of gaslighting and manipulating somebody. This trash will die. They will this low life will die. They're weak low life. The funds empowerment in this foulness. They thank I keep hearing coworkers of mine thanking these people not because they're brave. It's like, oh, they don't thank these people that make this noise campaign around me because when I interact with my coworkers, after every call, if there's a call that's remote, I can hear them. Well, usually they say thank you guys, and they're not talking about me. They're talking about this trash. They're not thanking them for being the brave protector of the community. They're thanking them for being this cowardly, this low lively. It's not brave to do what it's the weakest thing you can imagine doing. It's truly. They're just thanking them like I wouldn't want to be this embarrassing to myself 24/7. But thank you for you doing it. Thank you for 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, slamming the trash and run back to your apartment. That is so brave. No, it's thank you for doing that and going back and being the trash that you are. I wouldn't do that. Matter of fact, thank you for even because they talk about how they're gonna frame me. Thank you for having your child, for coercing your child to frame this guy. Because I won't do that to my own child. But thank you. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you guys. We'll be there for you. He's trash. And they do these nasty reactions, and they manipulate me to get this reaction. There was 2 seconds ago. No, I mean not too long ago. I'm looking at a review, and it's like a family picture, and I'm looking at the picture, and then the stimulation that they make me have, it's forced onto me, and this noise campaign and the typical things that they want me to identify with. It's over. It will never happen. Now the rest of what is going to happen to me is just a theater in regard of try to make me accept these things. They had to stay in character. I think this is beyond method acting. It's pure like just delusional. Like just it's acting. It's like a mixture of being delusional and method acting for this target, for this purpose. To stay in character, to get you to accept this. They want you to really identify with the manipulation that they themselves work day in and day out to make you accept, to make you experience. The unfortunate thing is like when we see each other in person, things changes. There is no acting that's gonna make me identify with this. Matter of fact, if anything, I like to listen to the testimonial while watching these people dumbing themselves down. No, not even dumbing, having to act like the trash that they're supposed to act like. You know, for me, it is important to never forget the reality of what this is. Understand that you're a test subject. These governmental entities are continuously perfecting this technology that is basically utilized onto you as in cognitive warfare. You're one of many. They do the same tactics to you, to others, and they do this nastiness. They treat target individuals like animals. They treat their families like animals. The entities running this program are disturbing in the sense that there's been trends that shows that these people are not the most caring of children, and they have been responsible for some of the most biggest atrocities in this country, but also have caused some of the largest mass shootings. They will contract some weak trash, weak low life. It doesn't take bravery, it doesn't take effort. Well, it takes maybe effort because it takes time, but it doesn't take anybody special to partake. Um, and so, whatever facade that they've been trying to create, just remember all the people who've died, suffered, tortured in this program, and are still going through it. And remember, this trash participating in this are involved in this program. I'd rather suffer in hell than having to live my life doing what they do and involve myself in that. And this is why I thank God. Whatever's going to happen to them, I don't actually care. You know, it's funny sometimes they're like, oh, we feel so bad. It's like, I don't give a I don't even want to curse, but I don't give about why you feel. I truly don't. You're just a trash. So feel the way you need to feel. Feel good, feel bad, I don't care. You're a piece of low life. That's what I see you as. That's it. You can die tomorrow. I won't even care. I won't even feel better or good. Nothing. But if you try to make yourself see it and try to create that facade, it's not gonna work out. I know who's running the show. You guys are low life pedophiles. Let me repeat that. They are low life, bottom feeder pedophiles. The manipulation that we are forced to experience is a cognitive tactic of breaking you down. And that's their job. You have to accept their job is to find the best way to utilize this technology that has the ability to manipulate your brain in so many ways, tweaking around things that needs to be tweaked to improve efficiency of the breakdown. The breakdown is usually pedophilia centric, and that is not unique to me. That's their job. For example, for me, this is how it's become. My brain has been so rewired and manipulated in so many disturbing, weird way too. And that's their job. That's what they work on 24/7. They will eat, sleep, this. They still want me to believe now what they're doing, they're analyzing. The only thing they're analyzing is how to manipulate you to experience disturbing things. That's it. They see what they can play with and manipulate you to experience, to disturb you, to react this way. Then they have this acting, gaslighting tactics. I think gaslighting is not the right word for it, but it's the best word that can describe what they do. You know, when you do something when you try to make somebody believe a false reality by acting accordingly, that's what they do. And they do that consistently. And the technology applied onto me is V2K and synthetic telepathy, and of course the DEW, defense weapons. The most, and they do things to be able to just do things to my organs without penetrating my skin, like without cutting my skin. I know they're doing things to my organs. I can feel it. I don't know the technology that is being utilized by all those things, DARPA type of technology, right? And so I understand that this is the level of sophistication, and the interaction I have with them is via this voice to skull technology, where you can hear the projected voices of this trash, right? And they want to agitate you, so they're gonna have the projected voices of people who would do their best to sound agitating, and will say random things that have nothing to do with what you're saying. For example, they're like, you're gonna be castrated and this and that. I was like, I'd rather get castrated. The reason why they say that is because as I talk about how they manipulate me to have these disgusting reactions, then they try to bring that up because they want you to identify with this. It's like me saying like, oh, I put something in your pocket, drug, for example, whatever it is, that's not yours. And then you found this, and when you said this is not mine, it's like, hey, you'll be castrated. That's you. That's the kind of thing. It's just wanting you to identify. It's like, oh my gosh, because that's gonna happen to me now. Identify with this. Whatever horrible things and theater of torture I'm going to experience, I will never identify with this manipulation. And I'm dealing with perps that are very pathetic in the sense that they want to create such a false reality that there's no level that they'll go to create this fantasy. Like they need, it seems like it's now at this point it's for them their own coping mechanism. They need to make themselves believe this. It's no longer like just for me because it's over. I'll never identify. I know it's just too much. It's just too much. First of all, you know yourself, and then on top of that, you just validate it on levels that just another, crazy. Like you just validations are insane. All the manipulation, the rewiring, all have been testified by others, and then you know yourself. So you're like, please, this is the people who are renowned to use these tactics and manipulating your brain to have these reactions consistently with the others. Of course they're going to rewire things in different pedophilia ways, and they have. Matter of fact, what I was saying is they do these weird things where they've changed a lot. It's just, you can see how it's obviously a program where they are really analyzing how they can manipulate somebody to experience something and make that person believe that this should identify to this. It's truly finding the best way to create this cognitive warfare technology. It got to the point where I can't even look at this woman's earrings because look at how they have twisted things around. For example, I'm watching this show, this Asian show, this Korean show, and this woman with earrings like many women, right? Small little earrings. It's the same that they even manipulate me. Immediately, they start making me think of black little girls with earrings, and then start giving me stimulations. The way they have rewired my brain to try to make me feel identifying, to want me to identify with this is, when I was a kid, I had this weird phobia where every little things made me kind of want to gag. It's just weird. It's just like like a child phobia, because I always imagined when I was a kid that this little thing, if I try to swallow, it would be stuck in my throat. And I always like had that like weird feeling, like, ooh, what if I? And it was something that always brought me back to like almost feeling like gagging. I was like, ugh. Just made me like the small little things just made me feel yucky, right? I don't know why. And so even like when I saw like little girls with these little things there, I was like, oh, it just made me. It's just like a nasty, like a yucky feeling, like a ooh, like I don't know why. They rewired that to, instead of having that like ooh, like I don't want it, like that just like weird, just not like this like bizarre, uncomfortable feeling, to a feeling that is sexual. Just rewired it to have like sexual stimulations. So now the way they have been manipulating me is when I see a woman with her earrings, then they make me think of a black little girl with earrings, then give me this rewired feeling of what I used to feel, instead of feeling like uncomfortable and like, oh, or just feeling just not don't like just making me feel uncomfortable, to now making me feel sexual. And now we trace that. Their job is to rewire things around and manipulate things to create this cognitive tactic. You understand how stupid it sounds? That's the disgusting things they do. That's their job. And then they try to sell this. With me, when they don't want to be seen in front of me. Because I'm like, you guys are the trash that work staying in there to see what they can rewire and manipulate. To make me experience these disgusting pedophilia things. And they're like, no, we felt like that when you were mapped and we traced. You're just trash us. You're just manipulating me and rewire my brain, in my childhood brain too. Then make me experience this rewired version. They're nasty low life. And try to make me feel guilty. So, oh, you see, black little girls. And then sometimes they make me think, oh, this black people watching. It's like, okay. Yes, I'm being forced to have this rewired version of my memory of child. And I'm talking about really young. We're talking about like 7-ish or something like that. It's disgusting. And you have this trash whose job is to truly break you down, utilizing your own brain to be manipulated. And they want you to see them as like, now we're trash. It's like, trash, look at you. Look at you. That's why they thank you. I'd rather rot away than having to live my life trying to find ways to rewire somebody's brain so that these manipulations can be applied. And then having to be this dumbed down when the target video realized that what they're doing is just rewiring memories and thoughts, and my job is to continuously make a man or woman think about children in a sexual way. I'd rather rot in hell. If this is flourishing, please continue to flourish this way. And they use this tonality when interacting with you via V2K. Right? They really try to sound a certain way, and they talk like the trash ass. They've been humiliated by the testimonials. They've been humiliated by reality of what they're working for, who they're working for, the entities they're working for. It's disgusting. And I have rewired my brain. But you gotta be strong. You have to see things for what they are. They are changing you, and have been changing you since August 19, 2019. This is for me. And they use this weak, low life, and it's, the most disturbing is when they use this like child-sounding bottom feeder. And I'm like, I just heard a kid who's 10 years old, sorry, who talks about how, why would somebody shoot her in the leg? The reason why she says that is because she's one of the victims who was wounded during the mass shooting that happened on October 25th or 26th of 2023. A man lost his mind and started killing people at the bowling alley and some other places. 18 died, 13 wounded. But one out of the 13, there was a child who got shot. I don't know if there was multiple children, but there was actually one child who died. This guy who killed 18 people and wounded 13, he was hearing the voices of V2K, voice to skull. This is this technology that can project voices onto your head. He was 40 years old, so schizophrenia doesn't hit, at 40. It hits when you're much younger, so the symptoms will come way earlier than when you're 40, right? And they were calling him a pedophile. He lost his mind. He thought this was coming from this bowling alley, and he shot 18 people. Like I said, one child died. He goes to another place and continues to shoot, and not only one child died, but another was wounded. Right, a bullet grazed a 10-year-old. It was youth night at this bowling place. This kid, as innocent as she is, asked the really very, very, very smart questions like, why would somebody do that? It's because trash like that are working day in and day out to find ways to break the target individual. And this is a cognitive warfare of some sort, where we are test subject to this technology. We are just a test subject where they try these things onto us and see what they can do, what can be manipulated, how can we be manipulated. I'm just a test subject. You look, okay, we can do this and that. What if we change that feeling into this feeling and now making him experience that? And this is a feeling that he felt when he was a kid, so we can do that and just rewire it in this ways. But now, so now every time he looks at earrings, even if there's a woman, he's gonna think of a black little girl, and then we're gonna do the stimulation that we rewired for him to experience, where it's a stimulation that is changed from the actual uncomfortability of seeing this little like objects, like anything small, like a little, just that he had like as a child, as a young child. That's the job. And they tell that it's for, no, I'm a test subject. I'm like a guinea pig for war weapons, I guess. At least I won't even call it war weapons, because this definitely can do good, right? It's a weapon the way they're utilizing onto us to target individual. Obviously, there's good indication of you can manipulate. Like you can they obviously can make you feel good. They can make you feel better. They can make you feel healthy. This can be definitely a healing technology, but it's not the case for us. This is a program that is just improving the cognitive warfare aspect of this technology. And so manipulating, and it's not just manipulating, conditioning the brain in disgusting ways. Break down the will of a human being, see how that's their job. So this is why I'm thankful to God. I have to be thankful. I have to say thank you, God, because my life could have been living the way they distress live. Like I said, it's like they're not picking the creme de la creme. Anybody can partake. Matter of fact, I think a lot of them have to dumb themselves down. I think they have to really minimize intellect. Really, at least while doing this. And I notice, with me, when there's participants who are perhaps co-workers or anybody else, they then try to show the intellect or their ability to think clearly once we talk or something else that has nothing to do with my targeting is applied. For example, there's like they let me know about politics and the different aspect of the of politics, or if we talk about statistics, they will like show how like where and the good that they are in this statistic topic. If we're talking about art, they'll let me know how very aware they are about arts, like just to kind of try to gain credibility from me. But I get what they do. When it comes to me being targeted, you have to dumb yourself down in order for me to accept this. It's gaslighting. It's psychological warfare. So please understand. I'm sure that some of these people are some of the smartest people to come up with this technology. We talk about geniuses. But I understand this psychological warfare consists of having to dumb yourself down in order for me to subscribe to it. It's gaslighting 101. And so they do this thing to get this credibility out of you so you can accept these manipulations in this false narrative way. And wanting you to block out all these testimonials, all these validations that have shown a clear pattern that the tactics they use consist of this peripheral type of torture. Forget even just knowing who you are. This is not you. You can feel that these things have been twisted around and changed. But there is a true trend that is meant to use this peripheral type of torture as a breaking down tactic. So how do you think they're going to manipulate things around? I mean, to the point where like a sample of 1,000 people who are target individuals would say the same thing. Or at least majority of those 1,000 individuals say that. 1,000. That's clear, just to even humiliate them. These people obviously know what a trend and pattern is, right? But they have to dumb themselves down. It's part of how they can break you down psychologically. So to just annoy them, I'm like, how to like what's the enough? Like I will Google them. I will Google this specific topic where I ask sample nasty. But I was I will Google um, the amount of samples needed to show a clear pattern. And you know, I think one of the answers were out of 1,000, maybe 30 or something like, to start seeing a trend. But imagine that out of 1,000, majority of 1,000, so let's just say maybe 800 or so say they do this kind of pedophilia type of. They force people to have this disgusting pedophilia ways. What the, as I'm saying that to try to counter this rationality and reason, they're countering by remember Google war star hip hop. This is the thing. It's about countering reality. That's what it's really about. You have to see that for what it is. And then they call you a con, you're a con. It's like, okay. Trash. But you see them in person, let them try to speak to you like that. I'm not saying that to mean that you're going to be aggressive or even intimidating. It's just because you're going to look at them for the low life, bottom fears trash that they are. It's like you're a clown. You're a nasty low life clown. Let's go do whatever. And then, you know how the validation that is even more validating, they tell you how they're going to frame you. Yes, that's exactly my point. That's my point. These are the people who are manipulating your brain, telling you they're going to frame you, and the frames are going to be pedophilia centric, which is validating. It's like, yes, the people working in this program that has been showing a consistent pattern of manipulating people in these pedophilia ways will be framing you in a pedophilia way. Trash us, yes. Nasty low life. And then they try to change subject and not diverse. She's like, yeah, it's rape and this try to make it seem like they're doing it for this woman that they have created this battle in my head. It's like what this was. Like, listen, you think that I believe that you guys protect women or avenge women? You really think I'm gonna let you go escape with that? You think I don't know that you are here frying and torturing women at this point? That you are the biggest threat to women? That you've tormented women to the point of suicide? Target individual. Do not let this bottom fears trash make you identify with the manipulations. This is something to never accept and identify with this. They are working day in and day out to get you, to condition you, and to manipulate you, and to make you identify to this conditioning and the manipulations. There's a reason why they don't like to be seen, because once you see who's talking to you, you'll be even more validated. You know how many times this trash next door try to be seen and be like looking at phones like, it's like trash us. Do you know how much more validation I have more now? Now you get to the point where I make a call and pretend I'm talking to somebody called Aaron Young. That's the child that died. Say, hey Aaron, are you resting okay? I'm looking at this trash. Because the man who killed him was tormented the same way. So this trash are just bottom feeders, cowards that will run back in their apartment. What if I was somebody as aggressive as the man who killed 18 people? I don't even think I would want to. I mean, what if I was that? Let's just say I had a gun. And this has happened before. I wouldn't even want to do that. That has a like other people have killed people in the building. Like I remember having watching this podcast. Is about a target individual, and this guy in Miami was saying that there was this man in Florida that ended up killing neighbors in his apartment because he thought they were involved as a target individual. He shot the kids too because there's a whole family involved in this. These people are trash. Because the reality is now, as soon as like I bring out something, they run back in their apartment. They'll be the first one to hide. They're cowards, low life. There's somebody. It's not going to be, There's been times where I've been very aggressive, or wanting to be very aggressive, and I would see this perp, and she's just weak, vulnerable, trash, but doing these horrible things to me, pushing me to my death, and I'm like right now I'm. In every ways, I have not the right, but you are involved in killing me right now. Why would I not kill you? Right? And the truth is, I'm like, look at her, it's like, you're just a nothing, though. Look at you. You're a weak lowlife. You're nobody. Obviously, you're not really killing me. You're just participating in my killing. So I'm like, that would be so disgusting if I ever harmed this trash. I look at myself in the disgusting, because right now I love myself so much. I find myself honorable. But there's plenty of people who have who've been pushed to kill. Killing masses. And this weak low life, these cowards doing this in front, they will not be they'll be the first one hiding. Matter of fact, they run immediately in the apartments when I'm listening to, not even me thinking about harming them, me listening to a child asking her mother, or asking people, why would people kill like that? Why would somebody go in the bowling alley and shoot people? This trash runs in his apartments. Exactly. This is the level of cowardness. Not because he's scared of me, because he's scared to hear a 10-year-old asking, why is this happening? Because he's involved in this, in the why. He's involved in the program that caused this why. They are low life trash. It's just disgusting. And I'm hearing this trash talk about our 9-year-old trash, because it's so pathetic. They even send their babies out. I remember I made videos about that, and to try to create these manipulations, or to create this manipulation, when I see these babies trash, they sell their own babies to this. In every you look at it, they're low-life bottom feeders. The entities running this program have truly issues with pedophilia, as in there's a lot of pedos in these agencies. They try to twist this around and create this fantasy of narrations. They were ranked 19th out of 2,900 for trafficking child porn in their DoD network. 19th out of 2,900 using DoD network. They try to twist things and create their storylines and BS stories to counter that. And they're working for governmental entities with this level of issue with pedophilia, and they have their babies being shown so they can force me to get these pedophilia reactions. You understand how disgusting it is? I pray that they continue to live this humiliating, disgusting life. I hope that they continue to live off this, whatever incentives they got, and watch that incentive come back to them. To all target individuals, stay strong.